Chapter 9. Sending and Receiving Messages. Man has always felt the need to express his feelings to others. In the past, men used to go from one place to other place to share the messages. He also used animals like horses, pigeons, and messengers to share the messages. To share their thoughts by talking or by writing is called communication. The growth of science and technology has brought a visible change in the modes of communication. These changes have occurred because of the effort of many years. Communication is the exchange of information or ideas between people. Let us discuss about some important means of communication. Post Office. Postal services exist all over the world. Post office is a proper place which manages the job of sending and receiving letters and parcels. Each letter has a postal stamp on it. We must write the PIN, postal index number code on the letters. Post office is the cheap means of communication so that common people can afford it. Now we have courier services and speed posts. These means of communication is used to send messages to any part of the world in less than 24 hours. Samuel Morse and Morse code. Telegraph. Telegraph was invented by Samuel Morse. Through this system, the message is sent in the coded language of dots and dashes. These codes are called Morse code. After the invention of teleprinter, the services of telegraph became 3 times faster than an ordinary telegraph machine. Telephone. Telephone is the most common and the fastest means of communication. We use it to speak to other people over long distances. With the help of STD and ISD facilities, we can talk to any person anywhere in the world just a few seconds. Today, mobile phones or cellular phones have become very popular. These phones use radio waves to transmit messages. We can make or receive a call while we are traveling. Graham Bell. Telephone. Fact box. Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone in 1876. Fax. A fax is an instant means of communication. It is a machine which transmits written or printed messages or photographs over telephone lines. It is usually used by news agencies to send news, stories, pictures, and photographs to newspapers and television stations. Fax machine. Email. Computer is a machine used to send and receive messages via network. Internet is the largest network of computers which is used to share the information. Email is a system of sending and receiving mail via computers. It is a very fast and cheap means of communication. It is even cheaper than making telephone call. Sending email. Mass communication. Sometimes we need to communicate with a large number of people at the same time. For this purpose, we use other means of communication called mass communication. Books, magazines, newspapers, radio, television, cinema, internet, etc. are some examples of means of mass communication. Let us discuss about some means of mass communication. Newspaper and magazines. 1. Books, newspapers and magazines. Books, newspapers and magazines are used in every part of the world. We can get the latest news of the whole world from the newspapers and the magazines. We can know about educational, cultural and sports activities of other countries too. 2. Radio. Radio was invented by an Italian scientist Guglielmo Marconi in 1886. It uses radio waves to carry messages from one place to another. Thus, radio was the first wireless means of communication. People can get messages through it in a short time. Apart from receiving messages or news, we can listen to music, songs, dramas, etc. on radio. G. Marconi. Fact box. Organized radio broadcasting in India began in 1927. Today, we have more than 180 broadcasting centers of All India Radio.